political party, worked hard. They put all their efforts in campaign. What response have you seen in Punjab and especially in Patiala, sir?
Well, the information I'm getting from the areas all around Patiala is that our booths are full and people are coming out in full force. And already I think we've crossed 30% by 1 o'clock, so it's a very good sign. Last year, when I got a lead of 50,000, we had only crossed by 1 o'clock, I think 25%. So the percentage is much higher of polling. So I see that, and that I think is a good sign for me, that people still have confidence in me and are coming out in full force to vote.
Sir, also we talk about a previous election or uske pehle wala bhi election. This election is maybe, different from other election which you have been fought. So how do you see it? And it is also some election of prestige too, sir. Do you
I don't see it different. Do you know which election this is of mine? 20th. Yes. 12th of my own, where I fought twice for the MP and Assembly and all. But other than that, supported my mother, supported my father, supported others in Patiala. And so it's the 20th, and you get a good insight over the years as to how the responses are. And responses are very positive. And I am not concerned about elections in Patiala at all. I think we are going to have a very good win here, and also in the seats around Patiala. And I was today just getting the figures to see what's happening in the other parts. So because you've got a control room working here, finding what's happening in the other parts of Punjab, and signal is good. I mean, if the BJP can get a good response, we are getting a good response, and our partner, Mr. Dhinsa, is getting a good response. What more do we need?
Sir, also we talk about Priyanka Gandhi. They have been attacking you during their campaigns. Priyanka Gandhi once accused that you are running as Central is saying to you. Also, how do you see these things, the statement which is coming from Gandhi,
Look,
sir?
Miss, they are obviously concerned that my roaming around and creating a party. They thought after they got rid of me, I'd sit home and do some gardening at home or something like that. Yeah. But when I said nothing doing, I'm not fit to retire. Yeah. And if you don't want me, I'll find some other way of going about it. Yeah. So I formed my own party. And I went to the BJP. They didn't ask for me. I went to the BJP and I asked them that I want to join you in this fight. I will form my own party and join you, and they welcomed me, both the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. And we are working very closely together. So that is one. And as far as other things are concerned, naturally talking against me is because they are concerned about what I am able to achieve in Punjab, which is going against them. And I can predict today that the Congress party today, last time it was 80 seats when I was leading the government. Now they won't get more than between 20 and 30.
Sir, also we talk about continuously doing a comparison of you and with Charanjit Singh Channi. They say that you were someone who was not meeting people, but Charanjit Singh Channi is the CM of people. How do you see this comparison? Do you agree with this comparison?
No. I have been 9.5 years as the Chief Minister of the Congress. They didn't know this earlier. How come they suddenly realize this? ऐसे ही जब कुछ बात नहीं होती, when there's nothing for them to think about, they come up with these sort of things. And Charanjit is a man of the people. And what am I? Man of who? I also, the people vote for me. And if Punjab votes for me, that means I'm the man of the people and who the Punjab want. So that is one. And as is Charanjit Channi, what is Charanjit Channi? Charanjit Channi in 3 months, is he a magician that in 3 months he can perform miracles in Punjab? Nobody in 3 months, you're barely settled in your seat. And you think that all these projects that have been approved now are Channi's doings. They are all projects which I have approved, which are only coming on the ground now. Because any project takes anywhere between 6 months and perhaps 2 years before it comes on the ground. And that is what is happening. So giving all the credit to Mr. Charanjit Channi is only to try to make him a hero before this election. That's all.
Sir, from Congress party, whom do you think Sidhu Paji is good for Congress CM face?
Ask the Congress that, but I think both are useless. That's what I think.
Yeah, sir, also we talk about Aam Aadmi Party. How do you see that former Aam Aadmi Party leader gave a statement against Arvind Kejriwal that he has a link with the separatists? How do you see? You have
Well,
always
I
about
heard
the
that. I saw that on your television, in which that he's given it. But if this is true, it is for the government of India to, and the Home Minister has made a statement that he's going to investigate this.
Yeah.
If Kejriwal is taking the support of Gurpratap Singh Pannu, who's a known Khalistani, a known India baiter, a known anti-Indian, and that man has been, I think he's been thrown out of the country as far as his thing is concerned. He can't come back to India. If that support is being taken by Kejriwal, then Kejriwal is as much a terrorist as that man, and he should be dealt with in this way.
Sir,
Anyone dealing with an anti-national deserves proper treatment from the law and order machinery.
yeah, for Punjab, this and such things coming during the election. What do you think? What can be the conspiracy?
No, I think that man who spoke, what was his name?
Kumar.
Kumar. What he says is that when I was talking to before the last election about Punjab, he told us, he said, doesn't matter. One day I will come Prime Minister of Khalistan, and one day, and I will, don't worry, I know how to deal with these people, and we'll deal with Man in a particular way, and we will, don't worry about this Khalistan business. I know how to deal. The man is talking nonsense. I mean, he's talking anti-national. And if what this gentleman has said is correct, then as I said earlier, he has to be dealt with seriously.
So my last question is, just I want to your alliance, how confident you are that you are going to form government in Punjab?
Well, I can tell you this, that wherever I have been, there has been full response to this combination, to the BJP, to us, and to Mr. Dhinsah's party. Of course, Mr. Dhinsah's party is further south in Punjab, more toward Lehra, Sangrur, and that sort of side. But he's also in the Malwa belt. I'm also, we are all over. We are in Majha, Doaba, and Malwa. And the BJP is all over. And we are getting response, like people used to say, because of the Farmer Acts, the farmer won't come out. Which BJP meeting has the farmer not come out? I've been there. Have you seen the meeting of Mr. Amit Shah here, or the Prime Ministers in the various places? Every farmer has shown up. And even where we go in small meetings, people show up. There's none of this business. In fact, the farmers were yesterday saying, we are not supporting with the farmer organizations because they took us there with the object of getting us those bills withdrawn. And that I must add here, the very fact that the Prime Minister apologized to the nation, I think that has hit the farmer. And he realizes that if a Prime Minister of a country, which is the first time in the world in a democracy, that a Prime Minister has got up and said, I apologize to the farmers of Punjab, of India. So that I think is a great thing. And that has certainly hit them. Therefore, once, in Punjab, our inner feeling is such, if somebody apologizes, you forgive and forget.
Sir, if your alliance party comes in power, then you will be the CM?
No. That is to be decided by look, everyone said Channi is the face here and Mr. Maman is the face there. We never had this thing. It is for the BJP, our party, and Mr. Dhinsah's party to sit together later on after we won and then come up with who is going to be the face.
The Aam Aadmi Party has always Punjab needs change. What kind of change Punjab
I think if you ask me, Delhi needs change. And I mean, 3 times. What has he done? You tell me, where are those corner, what are they called, clinics? Where are the classes, the schools? He's tried to justify today in the newspapers that I've made 12,000 classes and all nonsense. All your I think New York Times or somebody had brought out a write-up on all this from Delhi, and it was all nonsense. Nothing's happened in Delhi. And if he's giving all our Punjab girls 1,000 rupees a month, why can't he give the Delhi girls? That's what he's promised. Then he has been 3 times chief minister. Can't he find one lady to be a minister in his cabinet? He's not taken even one lady in three terms. So my point is that this business of trying to woo the ladies and all is only for his benefit of the elections, nothing else.
विकासाचा ध्यास म्हणजे